Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and an intriguing looking puzzle today with a provocative title, I think. It's called Don't Fill in the Ones, and we'll get back to that in a moment. I do want to mention our Patreon site and the excellent Groundhog Day puzzle hunt that still continues to receive entries. It was the reward puzzle for this month for patrons, and it's been very popular, even with those people who've joined up just to have a look at it. So thank you very much. Do consider joining our Patreon site. Thank you to those who have, and do have a go at that hunt. We are still receiving solutions for it, and plenty of other content on Patreon from before that as well. Now, as well as Patreon, there's also Discord, of course, and... Sorry, something on my screen. No idea how it got there. Discord has loads of conversation about Sudokus, puzzles, other setting and solving issues. Really interesting community chat going on all the time there. I mean, literally hundreds of messages an hour, always. And then finally, also worth mentioning our apps. We are still getting some great reviews on the Killer app, which is fabulous because I've always worried it was a little hard, but people are really getting through it and having no problem at all. So congratulations to them, well done. And those are all on links in the description field. Now, as is the link to this puzzle, which you can play in our software. The rules are these. It's a mixture of sandwich and killer Sudoku. So the only sandwich clues are for the rows where the numbers given outside the grid tell you the sum of the digits between the 1 and the 9 in that row. So in this row, the digits between the 1 and the 9 must add up to 30. Now, there are killer cages, which, as normal, contain no repeated digits and sum to the number in the corner, which you will notice is always 44. And there are also other numbers in the grid. In the cages, in the cells that are not in cages, the number shows the total of the surrounding cells, apparently. So, not seen that before, but there we go. Now, this is by Prime Weasel. We have featured him once before, and it was a good puzzle. I'm looking forward to this one. But why I think it's provocatively titled, Don't Fill in the Ones. The one thing you know about a 44 killer cage is that it's 8 cells big and has no 1 in it. So it looks like it's probably easy to fill in the ones in this puzzle, but that's just all forethought. I haven't actually properly studied the puzzle, which I'm about to do now. Do give it a try on the link, and I'm going to try now. Let's get cracking. So yeah, I mean, ones can't be in the 44 cages. Oh, I see. So they are... Okay, I get it now. They are trivially in these other 9 cells. They must all be 1. And if you were to fill them in, I get this now, I could easily fill in the ones in there, but it kind of obscures the numbers. So maybe it's better not to, just to know that the ones are in there. There are no other ones in the puzzle. We can fill them in at the end if we need to check, but it's probably a bit neater not to fill them in now in terms of reading these clues. Okay, I get that now, finally. Sorry. Right. Well, no, we know there's a 1 here. What I am going to do for the sandwich part of the puzzle is colour them. Orange for the crusts of the sandwich. There are 1s in those. We need to find the 9s. We can do that immediately in this row, where the 4 clue has to be a single sandwich of 4. And the 9 is the other crust. And therefore we know, I mean, I don't know how relevant this is going to be in a puzzle with only across sandwich clues, but all of these cannot be 9s. Actually, obviously, 9 can't be anywhere in the cage, which now has a 9 in. And indeed, 9 must be in this cage. So one of those is a 9, and it isn't here because a sandwich clue of 7 wouldn't work across 3 cells. Ah, okay, so that's quite interesting interplay between the puzzle types. I'm not planning to use these totals in the cells for a long time, frankly. So we can green everything that can see a 9. And maybe we can sort of settle the issue of where all the 9s are pretty quickly. Yes, can there be a 9 here? Definitely not, because those two can't add up to 0. Knowledge bomb from Cracking the Cryptic there. So 9 goes in there. We're getting a lot of green real estate here quickly. 30. Oh, I'm not happy about that. How can 4 cells add up to 30? Oh, that's really irritating. I've got something wrong. Okay, we will backtrack a bit. I must have got overexcited. Let's go back to the start. I'm sure about this 4 and 9 here. That must be right. So 9 can't go anywhere else in the box because normal Sudoku rules apply. 9 surely can't go anywhere else in the cage. Now I decided 9 couldn't be here because these can't add up to 7. I'm going to stick by that. So there's no 9 there. The 9 in this cage must be there. What have I done wrong? I didn't think I'd done anything wrong, I have to say. These 4 can add up to 26. That's fine. We can work out. Actually, yeah, they must be 8, 7, 6, 5. That's worth knowing. So the 4, 3, 2 in the row come over here. Now, those can't be 9 because of the 9 here. These can't be 9 because they're in the same box. So I need to place a 9 in column 8. And I thought I couldn't put it here, so I was going to have to put it here. And then I wrote it in the wrong cell. Yes, I was very, very foolish there. Okay, that's what I did. Sorry, I hate having to sort of just go over the ground twice, but let's try and keep it going from here, because that was pretty dumb. Now, 9 there means that the outie adds up to is 5, basically. Because if these cells add up to 30, plus 1 and 9 is 40, that's a 5. Now in this row, with the 0, the 9 is on one side or other of that 1 that we know is in there. In this row, given that the 9's in one of those cells, it's not in those. I don't know. It's not here because there'd only be 1 outie adding up to 9, which is impossible. So it's in one of those 2. And therefore it's not here in that cage. Now here in this row, there's sandwich adding up to 9. That's got to be over 2 cells. So the 9 is going to go here. Let's fill it in. That makes these and that not all green anyway. So the 9 in row 2 is now placed there. That gives us a 9 here, which is exactly where we expected it, I think. Actually, it could have been there. Now, 13 here, I don't think that can be 4 cells. 2, 3, 4, 5 add up to 14. So again, we can place the 9. And yeah, that's gonna fix the 9 in box 1. And obviously, I guess, in box 7 as well. So the 9s are all done now, as well as the 1s. Even though we haven't written the 1s in because of the instruction and because we want to keep the box clear. So 7 here is either 2, 5 or 3, 4. We've done the 4 clue. 24 here, plus the 10 outside, 34. There's another 11 here. Ooh, I should warn you, I've got an oven alarm going off in somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes, which will interrupt my solve, but don't worry about that. For now, 11 in these cells with not a 4 and not a 1. That's got to be 2, 3, and 6. 1, 9, 4, 5, 7, and 8 in these. I'm filling in the candidates because I'm not afraid to take up space doing that. Now, 13 here. There are ways of doing that. 9 also. Not absolutely straightforward. Okay, so now maybe it might be time to consider these clues in the 1 cells. Okay, if these add up to 21, plus those two is 31. These two have to add up to 14 to make the 45 total, that is 1 to 9 added up, and they must appear in the box. So that gives us quite a lot of information there. Now we've had a 5 in one of those two cells, so we know that's a 3-4 pair. We have got 2 and 6 to place. This is a 6 because it's in a cage with a 2 in that pair. 2 there fixes where 2 goes in the triple above it. Actually, that 3-4 would have done that. Takes a 4 out of that cell. Now, do we know any more about the 13? No. We know this can't be 6 or 8. We know this can't be 6. We don't know as much as I'd like to for these rows above. 26 in this row means the outies add up to 9, but that's not a very helpful sum either. So it's getting a little harder now. Now I used that 21. Can I use this 30? We've got 15 there. So these three add up to 15. Plus 1 and 9 is 25, and that is 31. These three add up to 14. But there are ways of doing that. 3, 4, and 7 is 1. Are there any others that we could use here without a 6? 3 plus... No. 4 plus... They'd have to add up to 10. Oh, 4, 2, 8. As well as 4, 3, 7. Oh, that's annoying. I think it does mean that 5 can't be in that pair, though. If 5 was in it, it would have to be with either a 6 or a 4. So 5 is actually... Oh, it's not in that pair. It could be here. So that's not a 5. That's all I've learnt from that little excursion. Now, this cage has 2, 3, 4, 9 in it. So these are from 5, 6, 7, and 8, which is not brilliantly helpful. This can't be 4. So 4 is confined to those cells in box 7. Not very useful. I mean, it puts a 4 in the 44 cage up here, but not particularly helpfully. Maybe I should be using just some irregular shape logic. These two cells, for instance, are going to have to be these two cells because they're what's not in 1 to 9 in this box. So they can't be 8, 9, 6, or 5, and they can't be 1. So they're 2, 3, 4, or 7. No, that's not that helpful. Tricky. Okay, maybe 54 is a very large total. Oh, it's got 2 9s. That's the way that we're getting high quickly there. If we had 8, 7, 6, 39, and another 8, 7, that would already be 54. So there'd be a degrees of freedom equating to another whole digit there. That's not very useful to me, I don't think. Sorry, that 5 has sorted out this 7, 5 pair. Now, maybe that is more useful than I'd realised. That's not a 5 now. No, that's not conclusive. Interesting. A lot of the hard work in this puzzle is yet to be done. Right, there's a 6 there. So one of these is a 6. These two cells have to be the same as these two cells, given what's in those 6 and the 1s. Therefore, one of these is a 3 or a 4. The others are from 5, 6, 7, 8. That's not really telling me anything very new either. Crikey. Okay, so that 44 is a useless clue. Obviously, the total of a box is 45 minus the 1. 12 is just there for completeness, I think. Now, what does this 12 sum from? 2, 4, 6 is one possibility. Can't use a 1. So 2, 4, 6 or 2, 3, 7 or 3, 4, 5. Oh no, it's got to have a 2 because of the position of 2's there. One of those is a 2. So 2, 3, 7 or 2, 4, 6. I can't use that. This 9 pair, no. Okay, this lot adds up to 13. Can I use that? It's very tricky. I mean, I'm back to this. Oh, okay, here. Right, around this 35, we've got 9 there, 11. We need another 24, which can either be 8, 7, 6 and a 3, or 8, 7, 5 and a 4. Is that right? Yes. So 8 and 7 are used there, and that must be a 5. Goodness me, that's tough to see. So they don't have, none of those have a 5. They definitely use 8, 7. This isn't a 5 now, it's in the same cage as this one. So 5 is definitely in this cage already. It doesn't mean it's not in the 13 sum, which might have felt helpful. That is 6, 7 or 8. 5 in this cage must be in one of those two. I nearly got what this is. Now let's go around this 46. 2, 3, 4 is 9. 2 more 9s takes us up to 27. These 3 add up to 19, not including a 9. So they're either 8, 7, 4 or 8, 5, 6. But these 3 add up to 13. These 3 add up to 19 and these 3 add up to 13. This has to be 6 more than that, which means that we know that they're 8 and 2. Goodness me. So these 2 add up to 11. I still don't know whether they're 5, 6 or 7, 4. But I've placed an 8 here, so now we've got 5, 6, 7 in this cage. So that is a 4, and that's a 7 to make the sum work. No, doesn't quite fix that. 3 is in that. In fact, what's in this cage? 4, 2, 5, 7, that's a 6. 8 and 3 still to go. They go in there. That gives us 6 and 5 here. That's not 6, that's not 5 or 6. They're a 7, 8 pair. So 6 is up here somewhere with either 3 or 4. Oh, this is a write-in. No, it's 7 or 8, not quite a write-in. 7, 4, 2, 8. Yeah, that's fixed this 5 in the box. And these must be 3 and 6, which works for the sum. These are 2, 4 and 5. I can fill those in thanks to the other numbers placed. Might just get this done before the alarm goes. 9, 7, 6, 3, 5. We've got 2, 4 and 8 to go in here. The 8 must be there. 2 and 4. That's not 4 now. Yes, 3, 6, 7, 8 to go in this cage. So that's the 2. We can place the 7. This one is a 3 to finish the column. 6 and 8 can go in. The 3, 8 pair is resolved. 3, 2 down here, and all the end columns are done. Now 2, 8, 4, 6. That makes this a 3. That makes this a 4, and this a 6. What a lovely puzzle this is. I mean, luckily I don't have to do the maths on everything else, I don't think. 2 has been used in this cage, so in row 2, the 2 is there. Let's do the maths on this 12. That gives me a 4 here. Nice and straightforward. So the 4 in row 2 has to be there now. 5, 3, 2, 8, 4, 6, 5 and 7 here. That's straightforward. That makes this an 8 in the cage. 3 and 6 here, still not resolved. This must be an 8. 4, 8, 2, 5, 3, 7, 6 to go in here. Oh, they're not write-ins. It's a little triple that we can, I'm sure, figure out. This is a 3, 4, 6 triple down in column 3. So 6 there, 4 there, 3 there, 7 and 8, they can go in. 2, 3, 5 across here. Yeah, just like, there goes the alarm, but I can delay a moment. 7 there, 8 there. That's quite good timing, actually. That's not a 7. That is. And now we have a little 3, 6 pair, but we have 2 clues. Oh no, that clue won't resolve it because they must add up to 9. This clue will. So let's add these up. 21 plus 9 is 30, 44, 51. This needs to be a 3 to fix the last deadly pattern. What a lovely puzzle. I really enjoy puzzles like that. And let's not forget to go back over and finally fill in the ones, which we weren't allowed to do by the title at the beginning. And I'll colour those just for the OCDs. There we go. Beautiful puzzle. Really enjoyed that. Done in time to carry on with preparing my dinner. And I'm very pleased about that. Hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I hope you had a go at it. That was nice. I really liked how that worked. And thanks to those who recommended it to us. Or was it just Simon? I don't honestly know if somebody told him about it. But thanks to Simon. And see you all next time on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.